Absolutely. The president is very concerned about helping the economy rebound and putting people back to work. Poll after poll has shown that's what Americans expect most from him this next term, and he knows that, and he is determined to try and get the nation's budget and economy under control. It's going to be a very tough job to do it, but it is Americans' number one priority for his second term, as many polls taken after the election have shown. It's going to be very tough to get any kind of consensus with Congress on how to cut spending, what to do about taxes, and how to get entitlement reform accomplished, because each of those issues creates a partisan divide from a philosophical perspective. Republicans are much more interested in cutting spending and getting entitlements under control. The president's more concerned about the revenue side, bringing more money in, and also the issue of income inequality. Consequently, it's a tough job for the president right now to get any major fiscal reforms through Congress because of the partisan divide. And it looks like there will not be a change of party in the House in next year's elections, which again just continues a divided Congress. One of the fascinating things that Americans are watching is whether his use of that big data set, the great micro-targeting data set that he put together to actually accomplish re-election by mobilizing voters. The big question is, will the president, who has now organized that data set under a new nonprofit group called Organizing for America, will he be able to use this same instrument to push Congress from the grassroots level up through use of micro-targeting and involving grassroots Americans? Or will he try to go directly and pressure Congress and try to persuade? It's a big question mark. There are many who think that he's going to try to be the first president to really use a re-election tool called the database to push change in Congress from the outside in, rather than a president trying to pressure Congress from inside the Beltway. We don't know how it'll work yet, but it's certainly something everyone is very curious as to whether it will work. It's difficult to tell how much emphasis the president's going to put on foreign policy of any nature because Americans are so committed to taking care of economic problems at home. But I do expect the president to continue to make arguments that America must be competitive in the global marketplace, and consequently we do have to be involved with other countries, including transatlantic countries. Michelle Obama is wildly popular. In fact, her speech at the Charlotte Democratic National Convention got very high ratings, in fact, higher than her husband, the president. She has done a lot to mobilize particularly young African-American women and to reach out to many military families in consort with Joe Biden. And she's, of course, created a lot of attention to eating better and having your children exercise. So she's made some major pathways on policy, but there's no question about it. The first African-American First Lady is a path-breaking situation in and of itself. And she has done a lot to increase the hopes and aspirations of many minority women of color to looking to the future. She gets high marks for that. The other thing that a lot of people have watched her do is handling her children. Certainly making sure that they're not in the headlines, that they have to do their homework, and not getting too heady about the fact their dad's the president or mom's the first lady. So many children's activists give the First Lady high marks for how she has handled her children while in the White House.